If you're a real estate agent in 2026 running meta ads and they're only lasting a couple days with okay performance, it's most likely the operating system you have behind all the lead nurturing. Today, I'm going to show you the exact systems and operations we use here at Moissanite Agency so you don't have to second guess on if you're doing something right. Restart and rebuild the whole ad experience from the start. This isn't about a creative hack or a hook hack. This is just simple systems to implement to your business to start seeing steady results come in within 30 days and really stand behind all the ads you're posting. And before we jump into today's video, if you're really hesitant about moving forward with these meta ads, have completely no idea what you're doing, and really want that reassurance that you are actually getting those qualified leads, don't forget to click the link in description. That is my booking page. We're personally taking the first 50 calls, dive into your current situation, see how we can help you at Moissanite Agency, and then from there start seeing the qualified leads come in. Welcome to today's video, everybody. We're going to cover the exact systems we use here at Moissanite Agency so you don't have to be left second guessing on what you should and shouldn't be doing at the exact moments of scaling your meta leads. Welcome to the first slide. This is scaling meta campaigns. So of course, with all the videos we spoke to in the past on your SOP, on your KPIs, on everything tracking up to your actual leads itself, this is the whole systems we use on the nurturing side, on the calling side, everything we have in place to make sure we get the best bang for our buck so we don't have to be wasting ad spend on something that doesn't work. So prevent process bottlenecks. So pretty much what a bottleneck is some issues or a big issue in your business that has been affecting the growth of your operation. So what this could look like is, let's say I'm stuck at 10K per month. Let's say I'm at 10K per month and I'm trying to get to, let's say, anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a month. From there, my biggest bottleneck is just client acquisition, because if I got more clients, I would get more money, more revenue. My biggest understanding is that my problem is just client acquisition. It's not my service delivery, because then I'm providing for the actual clients. It would be the opposite. So this is where we got to figure out our actual bottlenecks, where we're struggling, where we're not. So with this, you want to look at your business. You want to write down the 3 things you are really good at, and then write 2 or more things that you feel like you could be doing better. For me personally, I wrote 5, but you guys write as many as you can to see what you can be doing better in your business and start figuring out what you could be changing by getting information all around YouTube, books, ebooks, everywhere you can to see what works and use the scientific method like we mentioned in other videos. We have the whole document below on the processes on what you should and shouldn't be doing. But I always say use the scientific method and use that document provided in the last couple of videos. So what we need here with a whole strategy campaign is an actual system / funnel. So just like how we direct the leads to certain landing pages and certain websites and whatever we're trying to lead forms, whatever we're trying to direct them to, we also need a plan for ourselves. What would it look like on a day-to-day basis for me to implement these systems? What would that look like in my business? 1, do I cold call? 2, do I cold DM? Do I cold email? What this could look like is the meta has submitted the form, so the lead has submitted their form. We have the CRM, sends out email messages. Like I said, within minutes, we call, email, voice message, and send over everything we can. ISA notification. So this is when we come up to the actual hiring process. Here at Moissanite Agency, we do have an ISA team, but I know as a realtor, it does get pretty busy. And I don't know how your situation's looking at right now, hiring other people in your business. I do recommend calling within minutes. It has improved our business so much. From there, then you do first outreach, qualification. Of course, you want to see if they're actually qualified, if they're approved for a home mortgage, if they're XYZ bottleneck for them as well. Figure out what we can fix to make sure they become a qualified client. And then of course, agent assignment. So send over the agent that would be working with them. And then of course, calendar / scheduling and confirmation, actually signing the contract. Pretty much everything you see on the left here is the whole process on how you get client acquisition with meta ads. And just with a couple of phone calls, you can get that client so quick. So the SOP framework. So in the document below, you'll see everything you need for what you need to do on the day-to-day basis. But with the SOP framework, it's like a lead triangle. It's critical workflows that work for you while you're relaxing, like your meta ads, the creatives. The SOP is just as important. As we mentioned, follow-up is everything as well. When you're actually nurturing these leads, you need a complete good CRM that has everything needs all these automations sent out so it doesn't become a 24/7 job when your automations can be doing it for you. I use Go High Level as my CRM. I do recommend you getting a CRM that has automations so you can send out these leads as soon as they submit the form so they don't have to be left second guessing, and we just send them through the whole funnel. Anyone can get you leads, but the real thing is getting actual client acquisition when you nurture them with these email campaigns. Just like when you look on the MLS, you see prices of houses and everything. We want to do the same thing with our ad budget. So we want to set exactly in neighborhoods how much we have and what we're trying to look for. Like we said, you need to set an actual goal here. We're not just aiming for anything. We need to set a goal that would make it that we make sure we're hitting our KPIs with. So like here on the left, you see the images with the different houses. We need to do the same thing with our budget. And of course, the actual creative we're using, switch it out. Like I said, for one campaign, I use 4 different creatives. Reduce all friction. So anything that could be a problem to the business, reduce as much as possible. So either that means delegating different tasks to other people or using AI to fix all your problems. I always recommend if you can use AI, use that 100 times better. It will be any better than any employee you'll ever hire. But if you do need an employee, making sure you do delegate those tasks and making sure they're doing the right job. Also, keeping track with all metrics they're using as well is so crucial. I like just using a Google spreadsheet, but you can use anything to keep track on how they're hitting their KPIs as well, and if they're underperforming or overperforming. Then we're going to go to the actual onboarding system. So this is just like a listing presentation, but online, of course. When you do have that one-on-one call, either on Google Meets, whenever you do set up that scheduled time to your booking link, this is pretty much just you onboarding that client on what your expectations will look like with actually selling their house. You want to make sure you have your onboarding on points, making sure you have your pillars, making sure you have everything. We have the whole description below on what your onboarding should look like, but making sure you have that warm, welcoming feeling for the client coming to you. So this whole page is down there in the description below. Like I mentioned, I probably mentioned it like 5 times already, but it's so crucial that you do follow the actual systems. So this is just a 7-day sprint roadmap. So we really just want to start seeing those results coming in fast now. We are getting to the end of the month. We're pushing as fast as we can. So from with this, day 1, of course, we're mapping out different neighborhoods, just like how when you cold call, you can map out different neighborhoods. We're doing this with actual lead forms and everything and tailored to the audience itself. Of course, day 3, we're going to do SOPs, making sure we're on track. And then we're going to go day 4, audits, and making sure we're iterating, see what has been working, what hasn't been working, so we know what to iterate and change going into the future. And then automations, when the lead comes in, send out all those automations, making sure they're up to date. And we have a whole funnel directing them so they don't get lost. If you follow this 7-day roadmap, your life will become so much easier with no stress, guiding your meta leads into the right funnel for you. And no further ado, guys, if you're really hesitant with moving with this meta leads thing, or you're really pumped and really excited to just get it started with, but have no idea what you're doing, no worries at all. Don't forget to book a link in description below. That is my booking link. I'll be personally taking the first 50 calls. I understand as a realtor in 2026, it's difficult keeping up with these other flashy realtors that just post and seems like client acquisition is so easy. Meta leads can be incredibly easy. Make sure you book that link below so we can show you the exact systems we use here at Moissanite Agency to implement to your business and start seeing those qualified leads come in. No further ado, guys. I'll see you in next week's video and have an amazing rest of your day.